Have you ever wanted to take up music recording yourself, but the software controls just seem way too complicated? Well, it's pretty simple once you know what each button does, and this video will cover the first step to that: setting up and recording an audio track with an instrument. It should look like this and sound like this. To begin, you'll need an instrument. In this case, I'll be using my Schecter guitar. Next, you'll need an audio interface. I will be using my Scarlett Focusrite 2i2, and the 2i2 signifies 2 channel inputs, which means that you can record 2 instruments at the same time. Next, you'll need a USB-C to USB cable, and also a 1/4 inch instrument cable. You'll also need a computer and a DAW, a digital audio workstation, which you can work on your music. I'll be using a free software called Reaper. Some extra stuff to have are a pair of studio monitors to amplify the sounds from your computer, and also an extra pair of 1/4 inch speaker cables to connect your studio monitors to the left and right of the audio interface. The first step is to take one end of your 1/4 inch instrument cable and plug it into your guitar. The next step is to take the other end of your 1/4 inch instrument cable and plug it into the first input of your audio interface. One thing to avoid is using speaker cables in replacement of your instrument cables. An article by Carvin Audio in May of 2016 said that using an instrument cable in place of your speaker cable can cause catastrophic damage to your amplifier. While your amp will still work initially, the high amount of current going through the instrument cable's small gauge wire can actually melt the cable. Whether it's going from an amplifier or to a computer, this can still damage your cable. The next step is to take your USB-C to USB cable and plug it in from your audio interface to your computer. At the back of your audio interface, there should be a USB-C port. Since my Mac has a USB-C port, I just added a USB-C adapter to the end of the USB on the cable. Now I want to go ahead and open your DAW. As I said before, I will be using Reaper. We want to first set our inputs and outputs, so you'll go to Preferences, and you will select the name of your audio interface as your input. You can select different outputs, and if you have studio monitors, you will select the name of your audio interface. If you don't have studio monitors, you will select the name of your computer speakers, because that will be your output. Now you can go ahead and enter your first track. To do that, you will right-click and hit Insert New Track. Next, you'll want to select the input port for your track. To do this, you'll go down at the bottom where it shows your track, right under that white circle with a line in the middle, and you'll select In. Since you only have one instrument connected, it will automatically export to Input 1. But if you had multiple instruments connected to multiple inputs, then you'd have to select Input 1 or 2. Another thing to avoid is setting the input level gain too high. You want the input gain to be at the green level, and you don't want it to bleed into the yellow or red mark. If it does that, the audio will sound very thin and tinny, like this. Finally, you are ready to record. You can go ahead and click that red circle button right next to your track, and then hit the record button right next to the huge play button on the bottom to start recording. At the end, make sure to hit Save All when the button pops up for all the tracks you've recorded. Otherwise, the tracks will be deleted and you'll lose them forever. Now, you know how to record and set up an instrument in your DAW. Hopefully, you can use this information to apply to other instruments and not just guitar. So, have fun recording!